Welcome to Bipolar Insights Mental Health Educational Center. We're located in Placerville, California, and this is our very first time that we've done a video, an educational video. And I must admit, I am extremely nervous and not quite sure how I'm going to do this. I've overcome the fact that I look terrible on videos, but this is about you. This is not about me. So I want to be able to just give you some insight into who we are. Bipolar Insights Mental Health was established in 1998, and it was a vision of my best friend, James. He has bipolar disorder, and he felt that individuals with bipolar disorder were lonely and needed some support and some people to talk to about it. So at the time, I had a performing arts school and had a studio, and so I told him if you wanted to have a class, you could have one in my studio. So he passed out flyers everywhere, and he got 3 people to sign up, and they had a class, and he ran it for about 3 weeks and went into a severe mania and left. And so I had to go and tell them that the class would not be continuing. It was hard. I walked in and there were 3 people there, and I looked into their eyes, and I just wasn't able to tell them that it was over. I just couldn't do it. I saw such sadness in their eyes, and so I said, if you want, I can facilitate the class, but I don't have bipolar disorder. They were extremely excited, and yes, they wanted me to do so. And as soon as those words came out of my mouth, I thought, where did that come from, and what am I doing? I knew absolutely nothing about bipolar disorder, any kind of mental illness whatsoever. So I knew one thing is that I had to have I had to have someone to be my advisor, and I met Dr. Ali Mack, and he became my advisor and still is 18 years later. And he walked me through a lot of the hardship and the struggles that I had with not knowing what to do and becoming educated. I did a lot of reading. I did a lot of understanding of what mental illness is. At that time, we dealt with only bipolar disorder. And so I was just really, continuing on in that realm. But it was very difficult for me. I felt I was very inferior. I felt that I was nothing and no one at the time, going through a terrible time in my own life. And here I was standing and sitting with individuals that had mental health issues, and I did not know what to tell them, what to say, how to lead them. After a while, I realized that the sitting in a circle and complaining and blaming and just talking was not effective at all. It just was not effective. And so I changed the format into educational class, and I began to teach them. So we sit in a class setting and we teach. Immediately it took off. I mean, it just grew in volumes, and it came to a place where I was working 2 jobs. I was working Bipolar Insights, and I was also working Performing Arts School, and I knew one had to go. And so I prayed about it. I prayed hard about it and didn't know exactly what to do. And I felt that the individuals at Bipolar Insight needed me more than the school did. And I sold the school and went full-time with Bipolar Insights. Fast forward to now, it's 2017, and this year we will be celebrating our 19th birthday anniversary. And I still sit in awe in the fact that we're even here, that it continued as it has, and that we are just helping so many people and reaching out to so many people across America. We are located in Placerville, California, and we have a class once a week on Mondays, and we are looking to expand and to reach out to more events and different things going on in our community. But I have received so many emails and on Facebook, and as well as just emails and different avenues of people asking, do you have a class that you offer in Placerville, where I live? Do you have this class? We need your help. There's no help here. And so over the years, I have struggled. I spend a lot of time on phones and emails and what have you, and try to reach out to the people, doing newsletters and teachings and different things that I do to reach to them, but they just are not getting this consistent teaching of what and how to handle mental health. Well, now we are, as I said in the beginning, it's Bipolar Insights Mental Health. We now address all mental illness. And it's been amazing. Our classes are full, and they are very successful, and we have a high success rate of those that come consistently and apply what they learned there. Our teachings are basic, and they are effective. They're effective. One of um, the main I'm not really sure how to say this, but the one thing that I focus on the most for every single person that walks into the door is I understand how difficult it is to walk in the door. And so I try to help them to see that they're important to me, and it's true. These are my friends. These are the people that I absolutely adore and love, and have a compassion for them. I know that most of their lives they have felt invisible. They feel like no one understands them. They feel like they're less than everyone else. They're treated as if they're secondhand, and people are afraid of how they behave or what they do, or different issues in so many different areas. And many of the people that come in are afraid of the medications. They don't want to be a zombie. They don't want to be drugged all the time. I totally understand. I understand these feelings. And so what I've done is I have told them who they really are. It's those are perspectives that they have for themselves, but it's not what I see. I see a powerful group of people that are courageous and fighters, and just they want to change their life, and they work hard to do it, and they do it every day. They do it every day, and they're just heroes to me, and I just love them so much. And I tell them how important they are, and how they're not invisible. I see them, and I hear them, and I know them, and I love them. And I tell them that you have value, and you have worth, and all of you that are listening to this video, know that you have value and you have worth. You're somebody. You are somebody. You're not a nobody that is wandering around and not have any great future in your life. You're not that person. Individuals with mental health issues have high intelligence. High intelligence. They're the ones that are so creative and ability to think out of the box. It's amazing what they can do and how they can run their lives and manage their lives. And it's just so powerful. And I truly believe that if someone with mental illness is the one that's going to find the cure for all these mental illness problems, they're the ones that are going to find out how to change this world and how to change the illness that has plagued so many people. And so when they come in, they are embraced by me, they're embraced by others, they're embraced by groups of people that have walked in the same way they did the first time, have been educated, has learned how to manage their illness, have applied the management, and have achieved balance and maintained it for years. We have people that are in our classes that come that have been balanced for 16 years, 17 years, and done well. Their marriages have been healed. They're working. They've gone back to college. They are just amazing people. Do they hit a bump in the road? Absolutely. Doesn't everyone in life? You don't have to have a mental illness to hit bumps in the road. We all trip occasionally. Sometimes we fall down. Our goal is to get up and just keep going. You don't have to start over. You just keep going. And that's what I teach and I encourage everyone to do. No one in this world is perfect. No one. There's not one person in this world that's perfect. And there's not one person in this world that doesn't have something that they have to deal with every day. So we look at mental illness the way it is, the truth, not the myths, not the things that people say about mental illness. We talk about the truth. And the truth is it's just another illness. Just this time it's in the mental part of your body and the part of your brain that just for one reason or another is not working properly. And then there's physical illness, and the physical illness is in the body. So mental illness is not a four-letter word you don't want to say. It's just telling you where the problem is so that we can address it. And it's a um, amazing uh, to begin to understand and look at mental illness is to understand that some of the mental illness is chemical, which means it's genetic. You were born with it. And if you're born with it, it's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. And it's not your parents' fault, or your grandparents' fault, or anyone else in your family's fault if they had the gene and passed it on. It is what it is, accepting the things that are rather than questioning the things that you'll never find answers for. And it's important to know that and understand it. And so a couple that are chemical are, of course, schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. They're chemically induced. And then there are many other mental health issues that are not chemical. They're more situational, which means something happened or something's going on. A few would be anxiety disorder or, other dysfunctional disorders, which we'll go into at a later date. Uh, when I asked the class, what is the one thing that really that is a challenge to you every day, and you would think that they would say medications or dealing with the disorder, but it's not. They always say stigma. It's stigma. It's the way other people look at them and what they think and feel. And I have been teaching for all these years that stigma is just something that is just where everyone has an opinion about you, and usually it's based on something that has a lack of understanding, a lack of education, and a lack of wisdom. And if we're going to address stigma, we have to address it in truth. And the truth is that we're never going to change the world. It's not going to ever happen. I mean, if we're going to change the opinions of everyone in the world about mental illness, it's not going to happen. Everyone always has an opinion, including me, including you. You have an opinion about your family, you have an opinion about how people think, look, act. Everyone has an opinion. So stigma is not about changing the opinion of other people, it's about changing the opinion of yourself. Stigma, if you think the stigma is bothering you the most, then it's because you are looking at yourself in a negative way. You feel like you're nothing, you feel like you're nobody, they feel like you'll never be anyone, and that's just not true. You're somebody, you're important, you have value, you have worth, you have so much to offer this world, and we need you. We need you in this world. And so what I want you to do is look at yourself differently, to begin to see yourself as a person, not as an illness. The mental health illness is something you have. It is not who you are. It is not what you do. It is not you. It is an illness, and it's dealt with the same as any other illness. And we will go into that in further tapings. I'm getting to the place where I have to close now, but I want you to know that I'm here for you, and I care about you, and it's true, and it's real, and it's accurate. And I will continue to be here with you each and every week, and to teach you and train you in some of the things that we've done over the last almost 19 years. And I'm so happy to be here. And there'll be information at the end where you can contact me. I'm used to interaction with my classes, so feel free to email or to do anything you'd like to do to contact me, and I will definitely answer you and return your texts or whatever else that you do send. I thank you for listening in. I thank you for who you are and what you are. And together we can do miracles. We can perform miracles together. We are living proof. We have so much going on here. And I thank you again. And I just want to say goodbye. And again, my name is Marcia Rose. And that's my first and last name. A lot of people think I'm a country singer, but my name is Marcia. You can address me as Marcia. I care about you. I love you. And, you can do this. So hang in there. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Bye now.